Hello everyone. Today we will see topic on effect of factor in wattmeter and about polyphase wattmeter. So before seeing about the effect of power factor on different readings of wattmeter, we will first understand how we can derive the power factor. So we know from the phasor diagram P1 is equal to, so from the phasor diagram P1 is equal to V13, which is the line voltage, I1 cos 30 minus 5. So 1 wattmeter will read 30 minus 5, will have an angle of 30 minus 5 because the voltage lags the current by an angle of 30 minus 5. And we have the other reading from another wattmeter, P2 is equal to root 3 VI or V23 I2 cos 30 plus 5. So where V23 is the line voltage and I2 is the line current, and 30 plus 5 is nothing but the angle. So the angle, the voltage leads the current by an angle of 30 plus 5. So when I sum up these two power values P1 plus P2, so before that I'll convert this line voltage to my supply voltage, so I get root 3 V, and similarly here also I get root 3 V. So when I sum up the power values of both the wattmeter, root 3 VI I can take common out, and this cos 30 minus 5 I can expand and write cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, so which gives me cos 30 cos 5 plus sin 30 sin 5 plus, so cos 30 minus 30 plus 5 is nothing but cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So cos 30 cos 5 minus sin 30 sin 5. So which is nothing but 2 cos 30 cos 5. So P1 plus P2, when we derive P1 plus P2, when we solve this, we get root 3 into root 3 will be 3 VI cos 5. And similarly we can find out P1 minus P2 also. So P1 minus P2 will be the difference of these two powers, so which is nothing but root 3 VI I take again common out. So when I expand this cos 30 minus 5, I get cos 30 cos 5 plus sin 30 sin 5 and minus of cos 30 cos 5 plus sin 30 sin 5. So on solving I get root 3 VI into 2 sin 5 sin 30, or otherwise root 3 VI sin 5. So this is P1 minus P2 and this is P1 plus P2. So when we take the ratio of P1 minus P2 by P1 plus P2, I get root 3 VI sin 5 divided by 3 VI cos 5, which is nothing but 1 by root 3 VI tan 5, or phi is equal to tan inverse of root 3 into P1 minus P2 divided by P1 plus P2. So this is the angle, and similarly cos phi is nothing but cos of this angle, which is equal to cos tan minus cos of tan inverse root 3 into P1 minus P2 divided by P1 plus P2. So this is the power factor. So now first we will find out what is the unity power factor. So unity power factor is nothing but phi equal to 1 and cos phi equal to 1 when phi equal to 0. So when is cos phi equal to 1? So I'll take this condition. When is cos phi equal to 1? When I put phi is equal to cos inverse of 1. So which is nothing but 0 degree. So at 0 degree my cos phi is equal to 1. So we know P1 is equal to root 3 Vi cos 30 minus phi. Okay, now put phi is equal to 0 in this equation. So I get root 3 Vi into cos 30. So because phi is equal to 0, and what is cos 30? It is nothing but root 3 by 2. Cos 30 is nothing but root 3 by 2. So now what is cos 30? It is nothing but root 3 by 2. So root 3 Vi into root 3 by 2, which is nothing but 3 Vi 3 by 2 Vi. So this is P1. And now what is P2? It is nothing but root 3 Vi cos 30 plus phi. So we get the same expression because phi will be equal to 0. So I get again 3 by 2 Vi. Okay, so what is P1 plus P2? P1 plus P2 is nothing but 3 Vi cos phi. And cos phi is 0. So cos 0 will be 1. So it is nothing but 3 Vi. Cos phi 0 is 1. So it is equal to 3 Vi. And similarly P1 minus P2 is nothing but P1 minus P2 is nothing but root 3 Vi sin phi. So sin phi is 0. So when we put sin phi will be 0. When we put sin phi is equal to 0, it is 0. So it is 0. So at unity power factor, now we are worried about this cos phi only. When cos is equal to 1 only, what we should know, we neglect this P1 minus P2. So at unity power factor, the readings of wattmeters are equal and half of total power. So what is the inference we get from this equation? What is the inference? At unity power factor, so what is unity power factor? Cos phi is equal to 1. At unity power factor, the readings of wattmeters are equal. The readings of wattmeter are equal. So this condition is when I have 2 wattmeters in a circuit. So when I have 2 wattmeters in a circuit, P1 is equal to 3 by 2 Vi and again P2 is equal to 3 by 2 Vi. So at unity power factor, the readings of wattmeter are equal and half of total power. So and it is half of total power. So what is my total power? It is 3 Vi. So at each wattmeter, it is half my total power. So that is the conclusion I get after putting the value cos phi equal to 1. Now we'll see the second condition with unity power factor cos phi equal to 0.5. So now we'll see what happens when cos phi equal to 0.5. So P1 we know it is root 3 Vi cos 30 minus phi. So before that we should find out what is phi. So cos phi is equal to 0.5 means phi equal to cos inverse of 0.5 or cos inverse of 1 by 2. So when is cos value 1 by 2 at 60 degree, it is 1 by 2. So that is how we get 60 degree. So root 3 Vi cos 30 minus 60 I'll put. So root 3 Vi cos 30 minus 60 is minus 30. So cos minus theta is cos theta. So it is nothing but through root 3 Vi cos 30. So what is cos 30? It is nothing but root 3 by 2. So root 3 Vi root 3 by 2. So root 3 into root 3 is 3 Vi by 2. Now we'll see what happens at P2. So P2 it is root 3 Vi cos 30 plus 5. Okay, so 30 plus 60 is nothing but 90. So root 3 Vi cos 90 is 0. So at P1 I get 3 Vi by 2, at P2 I get 0. So when I take P1 plus P2, it is P1 plus P2 is equal to 3 Vi by 2 plus 0, it is nothing but 3 Vi by 2. So what is the inference I get from this equation? When the power factor is 0.5, one wattmeter reads 0 and other wattmeter reads 3 Vi by 2, which is nothing but the total power. So when power factor is 0.5, one wattmeter will read the entire power value and other wattmeter will read 0. Now we'll see what happens when power factor cos phi is equal to 0. So cos phi is equal to 0. When cos phi is equal to 0, what is phi? It is cos inverse of 0. So when is cos 0? At 90 degree. So at 90 degree, cos inverse will be equal to, that is cos value, cos 90 will be 0 at 90 degree. Okay, so we'll find out what is P1. So P1 we know the formula root 3 Vi cos 30 minus phi. Okay, so phi is nothing but 90 degree. So root 3 Vi cos 30 minus 90 will be minus 60. So again we know cos minus theta is cos theta. It's a trigonometric rule. So it is nothing but root 3 Vi cos 60. What is cos 60? It is nothing but 1 by 2. So root 3 Vi into 1 by 2 is nothing but root 3 Vi by root 3 by 2 into Vi. So this is P1. Now what is P2? It is nothing but root 3 Vi cos 30 plus phi. Okay, so phi is nothing but 90. So root 3 Vi cos 90. So what is cos 90? 30 plus 90 is nothing but 120. So what is cos 120? It is nothing but minus 1 by 2. I get the value of cos 60, but the magnitude will be negative. So root 3 Vi into minus 1 by 2. So which is equal to minus root 3 by 2 into Vi. So this is P2. So what is P1 plus P2? So we can see P1 and P2 are same except the magnitude. So when this is negative, when I add P1 and P2, it is equal to 0. So what is the inference I get from this equation? At 0 power factor, the reading of wattmeters are equal, but they are having opposite sign. So under 0 power factor, what is the solution? To read the wattmeter, reverse the current coil or pressure coil to get positive value in my reading. So when cos phi is equal to 90, what I should do? I have to reverse the connection of P2 or reverse the connection of P1 so that I can eliminate this negative sign. If I don't eliminate this negative sign, then both the values will get cancelled and it will become 0. So to avoid that, I have to reverse the connection of either P2 or P1 so that my total power value will not be 0. So next moving, so therefore with the 0 power factor, the readings of two wattmeters are equal but of opposite sign. With the power factor 0.5, one of the wattmeters will give negative indication. Under this condition, in order to read the wattmeter, we must reverse the current coil or pressure coil connections. Then the wattmeter will give positive reading but must be taken as negative for calculating the total power. So this is the inference of the previous derivation, that is when power factor is 0.5, when the power factor is 0 and phi is equal to 90 degrees. This is the inference. So now we will see how to calculate power in polyphase systems. So polyphase system is nothing but connecting n number of wattmeters to my circuit. So if a network is supplied through n conductors, the total power is measured by summing the readings of n wattmeters. So I have to calculate the power of each wattmeter and I have to sum up that the current element of wattmeter is in each line and the voltage element is connected between the line and the common point. The potential coils of wattmeters are connected to point C, and C and O are different. So this is for taking the common point for potential coil, and this point O is the common point that I have for load. So this point and this point are different. So because of this difference, my voltage difference between this point and this point will be V. So what is the total power of the load? So P is equal to total power across the load is nothing but V1 into I1 plus V2 into I2 plus V3 into I3. So this is the total power across the load. Now we will see what is the total power from the wattmeter. Okay. So V1 is nothing but V plus V1 dash. So P1 is nothing but VA into I1. So VA is nothing but voltage across wattmeter W1 and I1 is the current flowing through W1, and similarly P2 is nothing but VB into I2. So voltage across wattmeter 2 and current flowing through wattmeter 3. P3 is equal to voltage across wattmeter 3 and the current flowing through wattmeter 3. So VC into I3. So the total power from wattmeter will be nothing but, so this again I'll take P dash. So P dash is nothing but VA I1 plus VB I2 plus VC I3. Okay, so this I keep it as equation 2. Now what is VA? VA in terms of V1, VA is nothing but this voltage difference plus this V1. So I can write VA is equal to V1 plus V, and similarly VB is equal to V2 plus V, VC is equal to V3 plus V. So this I have it as equation 3. Okay, so when I substitute this equation 3 in equation 3 in equation 1, I get so equation substitute equation 3 in equation 2. So it is nothing but P is equal to, that is P dash is equal to, so instead of VA I should write, so instead of V1 I should write VA minus, substitute equation 3 in 1. So P is equal to V1 is nothing but VA minus V. So VA minus V into I1 plus VB minus V into I2 plus VC minus V into I3. So VA I1 minus V I1 plus VB I2 minus V I2 plus VC I3 minus V I3. So VA I1 plus VB I2 plus VC I3. So I take V common out, minus V I1 plus I2 plus I3. So according to Kirchhoff's current law, I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to 0 in a closed network. So this is according to Kirchhoff's current law. Now substitute this equation in this equation. So what do I get? P is equal to VA I1 plus VB I2 plus VC I3 minus V into 0. So P is nothing but VA I1 VB I2 plus VC I3. So this equation I take it as equation 5. So now when we compare equation 5 and 2, what does it mean? Both are same. So P is equal to P dash. So what is the reference we get from this equation? The sum of the readings in a load is equal to the total power consumed by n number of wattmeters. So that is the conclusion we get after deriving this equation. So P is equal to, because P is equal to P dash. So this is how we find out the total power consumed by the n wattmeters. So that will be equal to the total power consumed by the load. So these are the textbooks which I have referred. A.K. Sahani, a course in electrical and electronic measurements and instrumentation. Thank you.